Hey, everybody. My name is Dan Droz. I'm here with Jeff Redding and Steve Martin.
What's up, y'all?
And you're listening to Seattle Today.
In March, I will be 53.
Happy birthday in advance.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, you'll be when's your birthday?
March 11.
Your birthday is a day before. I'm sorry, after my sister's, and about 9 days after mine.
I remember going to your 50th at that fancy boathouse place.
Ponty's,
Ponty's, yeah, it was
but
nice.
then it turned into the Eagles Club.
It was
not the Eagles.
that was a nice
The
spread.
Elks. Yeah, so we were just talking about the Elks Club on the cut there,
On
Fremont
is the
Bridge.
and that's the what is that? That connects
That's the Fremont Cut.
Yeah, but what connects the Sound to Lake Union? The
Well,
thingy.
the Fremont,
Fremont Cut.
and then the Ballard Cut.
oh, okay.
and the
they're
Ballard
called the
Locks.
Cuts.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways, we
it
were
burned down.
your 50th birthday was
Oh, it was there. Yeah, we had Rockaroki.
fucking. It was awesome. It was a good time.
Did you get up and sing a song?
I did. I think I did a little Bon Jovi.
Sure. Why wouldn't you?
Right.
Which song?
There's only
Wanted, Dead or
one. There's
Alive.
only one. Oh,
Well, no, he has
can-
millions.
Can we talk about that really quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does no one talk about how Bon Jovi ripped off one of the greatest Van Halen songs of all time?
I didn't. So
DOA. Van Halen 2. DOA. Dead or Alive.
wanted, dead or alive. Oh
We
yeah.
were broken, hungry on a summer's day. One of the greatest
Yeah.
Van Halen songs
It
of
is.
all time. And
This is one of the better.
tear it down and try to drive me away.
This is a great time to say rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen. Thank you for
Jesus.
owning rock and roll.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude,
Edward Van Halen.
Whew.
Thank you.
And it's not
total baller.
And that-
Total
the
baller.
thing about it. It's not just his music; it's also his gear.
Yeah.
Do you know how many bands are playing EVH gear?
Everyone.
There's so many good bands that are playing EVH gear, especially
Did
in
you
the
say
metal.
so many good bands?
Yes,
He
so many
changed.
good bands.
He
He
changed
did
everything.
He did. He changed rock
Yeah.
and roll.
Yeah.
He totally did.
Here's to Eddie Van Halen.
Here's
to-
chin.
Thank you.
As Jeff and I drink Bud Light, Post Malone juice, and
Nice.
Steve
I'll have one of
is-
those. I'll get to one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway, you sang the other Dead or Alive.
I did. It just kind of came up, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm here."
Yeah, that Eagles place burned down when those arson. There was some arson down the street, and while they were walking up the cut, they decided, "Hey, let's set
We're
something else
here?
on fire." Yeah, and
Lame.
it would have been really lame, but
Lame.
the Elks was trying to do they had just bought that property, and they were trying to do a remodel, and they couldn't afford it because the housing market was going crazy, and
Well,
everybody,
in
everybody
that
had a job.
location, so
So they couldn't afford it, but then it got burned down, and they got this giant insurance settlement, and now they're doing this amazing reconfiguration. Happy ending.
Yeah.
I'm glad there is a happy ending.
Yeah.
We can
Cool.
go there for your 55th birthday.
Yeah.
We can go there in a few years.
Yeah. It's coming.
to the Elks place.
Yeah, we should
Cool.
do that.
Yeah,
The Elks Club.
yeah, sweet.
Queen Anne Elks Club.
Dan can work it. The rest of us can have fun.
Because I'll still have the energy to work.
Yeah, you'll be DJing.
Yeah, I was sorry I was late. I was having a conversation. A friend of mine just found out that she has some. Well, she didn't just find out. She just told me she has some cancer. And
Bummer, hard bummer.
I get a lot of those calls. I end up talking to people.
Didn't you kick the shit out of cancer?
I had a little cancer.
You kicked the shit out of cancer. Proud of you.
Let's hopefully it's
Proud of you.
for
No,
good.
man.
Yeah. She's doing
So that's why I'm saying you get these calls probably.
a bunch. She's doing naturopath.
Okay.
Has for 3 years. Kind of going in the right direction. Now, what are people's? I mean, let me preface this. She didn't tell me she had cancer 3 years ago. She told hardly anyone.
Right.
Because she didn't want to hear about it from people who
Right.
thought she was out of her mind or being silly or not taking
No,
it seriously
I mean-
by doing naturopath and not going under the
Oh,
knife.
kind of like a Western medicine kind of approach.
Exactly. And
Okay, yeah.
we're getting to that age. Dan, you'll get there in a couple of years, where
Okay.
it's like it's everyone's got it coming at some point. I wonder what you guys think of that.
So I did. I lost a friend. Probably it's been about 3 years, and she was in and out of Western medicine, and we eventually lost her to cancer, unfortunately.
When you say
and
in and out of,
She was doing Western medicine type treatments, and then was just like, I don't think she was happy, and I don't think she felt well.
right?
And she felt like, it felt like she was crushing her. She was,
The Western,
she's more of an indirect friend, through my wife. Like my wife grew up with her, and that's how I met her, and I knew her for a long time. And then she put up a good fight for a long time, but she was in and out of Western medicine treatments, and then kind of went towards this.
the
Help me with the.
naturopath.
Thank you. Yeah.
Were you saying she wasn't feeling good? And she was feeling crushed by the Western medicine?
By the treatment, I think was just like
chemo and all the
Right.
standard stuff.
She had an extremely healthy diet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, she's
she was.
healthy.
Her diet was by the book for people that are in that condition, and she looked great. She looked great, and
do you know what kind of
her
cancer it was?
attitude was. She also had a very I can do it attitude. She had a very positive, very very fight type attitude. Yes.
Do you know what kind of cancer?
I'll
it
have
was?
to double check. No, I can't remember.
Those are things you need. All those things. Good attitude, healthy.
Proper diet.
Yeah.
I'm kind of lucky in that regard with information because I have some neighbors that are actually top-rated cancer scientists.
Nice.
So, like, they have a lot of information about how that disease works and what sort of research or they've done some research that that is very important to the world.
I think we were talking about that one night. Like, you can find smart people anywhere
Yeah.
in the world. You can find somebody smart. Like, God, even in Florida, there's some smart people. But like in Seattle, the number of like scientists and doctors and professors, it just.
Staggering.
I mean,
Especially in the biotech
oh
world.
man, it's just and like in fighting cancer, I think we're a five-star location, as far as
Yeah.
a lot of people come here to fight cancer, come to Seattle.
What do you guys think of, so if someone came and told you they were going to do some alternative medicines, would you be cool with that? Would you be like, what are you doing? You got to, do you think it's, I don't know.
I would say I would put all positive options on the table. So maybe a blend of the medicines.
I think it's their decision.
Well, right? Yes.
It's their
yes.
decision. It's not any place for me to decide for them.
I think it's kind of a bummer that this person felt like she couldn't tell people because she'd gotten that sort of like vibe from people. And I just, it's like,
I bet she almost didn't want to be like, get too much advice too.
well, yeah, people
You know what I
wanted
mean?
to, people were, she talked to friends of friends who'd been through it and they were all like, oh no, Western medicine's the way to go. I'm really happy I did it. And,
Right.
kind of trying to steer her away.
Right.
She's doing good. She's got a good head on her shoulders and got a good outlook.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, then we were
Yeah.
definitely pumping for.
We'll keep that story in
Let's do that.
the mix there.
We're gonna revisit that.
Yeah.
I was talking to a buddy of mine earlier this week who has a deep brain implant. He's got tremors,
Okay?
like
That's what
And-
That's okay.
big shakes.
Okay.
And they put one in, and when they did, they're asking, "Do you want the?" There's a brand new one that has it's got a few electrodes or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I think he has an app for it on his phone, but they periodically he has to go in and they have to calibrate it.
Right.
And it shoots waves that kind of counteract waves his brain's making that makes him jitter, and so he doesn't jitter anymore.
Wow.
But he was saying that when they calibrate it, like they'll turn it all the way, like one diode all the way over, and he won't be able to talk right. and like, or he'll talk.
Oh, no way.
Super weird.
No.
And so I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hack it. He's like a punk rock snob. I'm like, I'm going to hack into that thing.
Are there punk rock snobs?
I'm going to
Yes, they
old
exist.
school. He's a cretin. You know the motorcycle club?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. I've
He's one
seen
of
those
those guys,
cats.
you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna- I told-
Georgetown.
I was gonna I'm gonna break into the I'm gonna have somebody hack into it, maybe Dan.
Dan
hack
can do
into
it.
his little Wi-Fi thing, and make him walk around talking about Neil Peart all the time. You're
That
welcome.
being said, would you
Right.
guys ever get a Neuralink?
Hey,
Yes, in a minute.
you should
Like-
make him.
Steve, would you get Neuralink?
Is
Would
that
you-
the thing that Jeff was just talking
Yeah.
about? Where
No, the
Well-
Neuralink is. This is a early version of Neuralink.
Okay.
Neuralink is
Yeah.
like where you can tap into the internet. You can like basically you'd have the web in your head.
I would. Oh, I want the
Speak
web
any
in my.
language.
I want the web in my head.
Totally.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that make me just imagine?
No.
Just
What would-
imagine me with the web in my head.
What would you do? What would be
Well,
the
I would.
first
Well, I
thing?
would walk around
First
and
thing-
correct everybody.
I would have to.
I'd be like, wrong. Hold on. Let me check Wikipedia. Nope, you're wrong.
I could stop saying fact check all the time.
Yeah.
I would just go,
Oh,
hold on.
Hold
Boop.
on.
Yep, I'm
right.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Would you get one, Dan?
I'm going back and forth.
I thought. I
'cause
thought I thought Dan was one.
no.
He's our
you're just-
Neuralink.
Yes.
Yeah, but there's a little bit of latency
Yes.
here because I'm slower than what that thing would be.
That's
Just a
okay.
little. Just a
That's
little.
okay.
Yeah.
I like the
I add
organic.
personality.
You add
I like the
speed.
organic thing.
Yeah.
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 Now, what would be really cool is to have a little tiny Dan in my head.
You don't want that. You really don't want that.
Maybe I do. You don't want to drink wax, mister.
I don't know. Let's see how the Cybertruck ends up. Let's see how the Starship ends up.
Right.
Let's see if we get to Mars.
Right.
And then
Well,
we'll see. You know, if
we'll
Elon is on top of
eventually-
it, then
We'll eventually get to Mars.
But the
Talk
thing is, so that if they're
Or
already
we could build some schools. I don't know.
fix the West Seattle Bridge. I don't know. I could
We
do
could
that.
fix the grid, or we can go to Mars.
Did you hear that? So the West Seattle Bridge is down.
Yeah.
And then they're thinking they might have to fix the First Avenue Bridge.
really.
I'm not surprised
Doesn't
to
that
hear
mean
this.
you'd be stuck on
Oh
West
yeah,
Seattle?
absolutely. You'd have to like drive to Burien, right?
Yeah.
Drive
and then
around to the
double and then
airport.
double back. Yeah,
Yeah.
double back from SeaTac.
Like the 509.
I don't
to
know.
get
I
home.
think that might be a good thing for West Seattle because it will keep them isolated from the
Yeah,
rest.
it'll
of the
keep them
bullshit.
over. It'll make it easier.
Yeah. Nothing against West Seattle, but
No,
I
it's
think
beautiful.
I think they need to preserve what they have going
beautiful.
for them right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, make it more of a destination.
It's
Yeah.
it's like you could like be like little Port Townsend.
Well, yeah, especially in COVID
Yeah,
times. Like,
right.
why not just take the water taxi to West Seattle for your
do
vacation?
they have less COVID now because they're losing all their access in? I mean, other than what
Unclear.
is that Delridge Way from Burien? How do you is that
Something
what
like that,
is?
yeah.
Roxbury.
Yeah.
Oh, rocks. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I take the ferry now. But you won't be able to do that because that's
wow.
First
Oh,
Avenue
yeah.
Bridge. You'd have to go. You'd have to take you'd have to take the 5.
You mean you're
To the-
talking
to the airport.
down by Lincoln Park, the ferry terminal down by
Yeah, but you can't get there.
Right. Understood.
And
It's
right now, you can take the First Avenue South Bridge
now
and take Roxbury.
right and take.
But if that goes away, you'd have to drive the 5 around to Burien, basically,
Yep.
wouldn't you?
Yep. You would have to take the SeaTac. I think you would have to. Oh wait.
Is
What
there-
about the Tukwila exit?
Is there another?
And then you could take
bridge?
interurban.
Does that go over the?
Could you take that Tukwila exit right before SeaTac?
Yeah. And,
And
take
then-
like 509, 599.
Oh, but wait, doesn't that lead to the First Avenue Bridge?
It does. I think that's how you get over.
Okay,
That's how you-
I was
Yeah.
I was wrong. I was I was wrong.
Maybe you're not. There might be a way to get under there because I
Like,
think you can get to
doesn't
the.
it- What's that? East Marginal South Way.
East Marginal Way.
Yeah, doesn't it lead to that?
There's
Off
something you
that
can end
weird-
up. You can end up in
Yeah.
West Seattle that way, but it takes forever.
You have to weave through all this industrial shit.
Yeah,
and
through
then
the
you can,
like past the transfer station, through South Park.
Yeah.
Past NAF.
Didn't they say they were going to do like some sort of big boy repair, not replace, but repair of the West Seattle Bridge?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
And
Did
that
they?
would give us like 20 years or didn't
Something
I
like
thought
that. That
was-
came up recently.
Okay, that's why I'm saying I just kept wondering about that when you were telling the story about First Avenue Bridge going down.
Right. How can it be a coincidence that the West Seattle Bridge goes down during a global pandemic when everyone's working from home?
Good
Did you guys
timing.
did you guys ever have to take the West Seattle Bridge like with traffic?
So I never lived in West Seattle. That's one of the few neighborhoods I never lived in. I would go there to visit friends, or back in the day, I had a girlfriend way back there, so I would stay there a lot. But I mean, no, that bridge looks.
I was.
Did you live in West Seattle for a bit?
No, but I had a reverse commute. I was going out to Vashon a ton in the mornings,
Okay.
and so I'd get off the viaduct, whatever that was, and onto the West Seattle Bridge, and that thing would be backed up all the way to the first intersection, like whatever that is, 25th or 35th at the top of the hill.
Right. I know. Yeah.
Every day.
Towards the junction.
Stopped every day. Those people would just be sitting there for 45 minutes trying to get to the Furton Freeway.
Wow.
And then sit on the freeway.
Yeah, but Jesus.
I know, man.
And so now they're like, I'm working from home.
If you are.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
A couple other things from the last couple episodes.
Go ahead.
The crane falling off the Google building.
Yeah.
That feels like it's coming up on like 2
episodes?
2 years-ish since the
It's been
crane
about
accident.
2 years. Yeah.
We talked about it, though.
Yeah,
Remember?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I
think
talked to my friend whose husband, he doesn't own the crane company. He owns the general contractor that's building all those buildings.
Okay.
And so apparently there's the general contractor, there's the building owner, there's the crane owner, there's the company that takes the crane down and puts the crane up.
Provides the labor.
No, yeah, builds the crane and takes it down.
Yes.
And then there's the company who provides the labor to work the crane.
Oh wow.
So all those people.
That's a lot of stuff.
So-
Nobody was deemed gross negligent. There was definitely some percentages of there were fines and things, but nobody was like, you pulled that pin out, you killed it, so. Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah, I just talked to her today.
Okay. I mean, just because
Fact check.
well, no. I mean,
Fact check.
I believe you. I'm just, it was rough because we lost. People got lost. So, fucking hardcore.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Jeez,
Yeah.
Steve, way to bring the talk down. I was just talking about the crane, not the other part.
Well, it's it's
Kind of wrapped up in each other.
yeah, they're together there.
Yeah.
All right, maybe we edit
Well,
that
look how
part.
serious Dan looks now.
We might edit that part out, too.
Oh, there we're back to normal. There we are. There we're back.
Hey, you were talking. You said you had something that you want to talk about regarding weigh-ins.
No,
I believe you did.
I believe, said that you.
I forgot my scale.
You said you forgot your scale, and I said I put weigh-ins in my notes.
Yeah, because we need to do some.
We or I?
Oh, I'm doing some.
Oh, you're doing some
Dude,
too?
I still have like 20 pounds to lose.
I mean, if I got down to like Dan's weight,
How much do you weigh, Dan?
205.
fucking A.
I'm 2 pounds heavier
That's
than
what I
Dan.
was when I met the wife. I was 205 when I met the wife. God, we had fun. We were like Bonnie and Clyde.
You and Dan?
Dan, Matt, you're magical.
So
Who's Bonnie?
are you, Steve.
I mean, Dan's the one on the front of the motorcycle, so who's Bonnie?
It's like, right. Oh, shit. Now I have to switch. Okay.
Well, yeah, and you had long hair when you met Dan, so that makes you Bonnie.
Did I? No.
No,
I
you
had
didn't.
short hair.
No, you had short hair.
No, I had short hair when I met Dan.
Yeah.
Can we just pretend?
Yeah, we
You
totally.
remember how
we can,
lovely that would be if it was like flowing out the back of your helmet? Yeah.
long hair. Mm-hmm. Long hair.
Yeah.
Like you have like schlong hair right now.
I don't know what the hell's going on. I've got
That's-
COVID hair.
That's short and long hair together at the same
Yeah.
time. You have COVID hair.
full COVID hair.
Sweet. If
Yeah.
anybody needs a secret haircut, I can probably hook you up.
With who?
Well, it wouldn't be a secret if I told you who.
So you're offering buzz cuts in the alley
No.
behind the
No.
location.
But Smitty's, about a half block up the hill from my place,
Oh, yeah.
They're open. I saw the lady. Actually, ironically, when I was driving in today, I saw the lady, and the parking lot was empty, and she was out front having a cigarette.
Is that where you go?
No, I go to the secret place.
Wait, what do you? Okay, now I'm entirely confused.
Okay.
So you don't go to Smitty's.
No, I
You
have.
go to the secret place.
I do. I go to the secret place.
So what's with the Smitty's?
It's just, I used to go there, and she's famous for buzz cuts.
Oh, okay, the buzz cuts thing.
She's
Okay.
famous for
All
buzz
right, fair
cuts,
enough.
yeah.
Where-
In fact, one time I remember she was like, I was going out to the gorge, and I'm like, I'm going to get a haircut before I go out to the gorge. And I'm like, yeah, I want it short, but not military short. I don't want, not boot camp short, but like just,
You don't want the fellas coming on to you.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's like, got it. And then when she's done, I have like this, I'm like, thank you. Here, I'll tip too.
I used clipper number 6.
It's a pretty short haircut. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
That's something else. So
it took a week to get bald. It was like, it was just,
before that, until then, it was just red.
right. It was just exactly, it was just like tomato thing that was like, oh God.
So what's the secret place?
Well,
If you can't talk about it, why did you bring it up?
if you guys need haircuts, and maybe one of us does here, that's not me or Dan.
Oh wait, I
Like-
thought you were going to talk about my hair.
Well, Dan, if you want a haircut too, we can work that out.
Okay. Are there other services involved?
Yeah, you can get other stuff.
Like what?
Like, I don't know, like a frosting or other hair things, other hair
But
stuff.
it's a secret, you say.
Yes, it's a secret.
All right,
Total
well, then
fucking
let's
secret.
move on.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's something I wanted to talk about because I listened to
Throw it at me.
podcast
Throw it
number
at us.
one. Steve,
Oh, God.
what do you do?
For what?
I hear you saying like on these podcasts, you say, "Well, I was at the gorge doing what? Nobody knows what you do. You
Well,
work
okay.
the gorge." Air quotes.
Well, I mean, usually in the last 10 years, I was stage managing
Where?
at the main stage.
Okay. So
Like-
you manage them. What is that? What,
Like
what all does that
Sasquatch.
entail? No, seriously.
A lot.
Stage managing the gorge. What is that like?
There's a lot. There's a lot of,
You make sure things go off
things
the way
stay
they're
on
supposed
time. Things stay on time.
to. That's all we need to know.
And yeah, you try to keep things on time because if things stay on time, the big boys don't pay for OT.
Yeah.
And staying on time is huge. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Everyone quietly likes it.
Yeah.
Everyone quietly likes it.
Even the people working.
Even
Yes.
the people
Especially
being told,
the
"Get off
working
the stage."
People quietly like
Yeah.
it. Stay on time, stay on time.
Everybody
You
from
get
top to bottom.
Yeah, you get to party sooner.
Wow.
Well, but
some
you also
do.
you go on when the thing says you go on.
Some do.
Yeah. I mean, the people who are on first, they don't want it to be on time.
The day
Opening
bands.
acts want to go on late.
Day bands.
Day bands. Yeah.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry.
But that,
I mean,
I just wanted to.
support acts.
I just kept noticing that. And I'm
Right.
like, no one's going to know that.
No,
So I
no,
wanted-
but
I wanted to-
and then over the years, so I started out as a stagehand, and then
Yeah,
went
like
into
when
what
you're-
we call rigging.
Yeah, when you were at the Sun Dome. What were you
Right.
doing?
Oh yeah, I started out as a stagehand, went into rigging, which is getting sound and lights in the air and all the scenic stuff overhead, blah blah. Then you get into like crew chiefing and then stage management. Yeah, it came along.
All right.
Yeah,
I just want to get that out there.
yeah. So
We don't have to go into your, Have you been
Let's
over to? Have you been
go.
over to Leavenworth?
it's been a few weeks, but I want to go back. I want us all to go. I want us to do.
Yeah.
I want us to do this in Leavenworth once. Yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be awesome.
Let's drive there right now.
I got a question for you guys.
Go.
Do you guys like seafood?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you
Yeah.
guys like the wilderness?
Ooh.
Yeah, I like-
yes.
I like glamping.
And yes.
You mean living in the wilderness?
Do you guys like the winter?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, but I like glamp. I like
The wilderness question is too broad. We need
I know,
to
yeah, okay,
focus
so-
on-
like yeah. I mean like
yes, yes, yes.
yes, but
This
do I get
year
to go back to my
being-
friend's yurt? And,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Stay
no,
warm
no,
and
no.
eat dinner
No.
when we're done.
You
Fucking-
stay warm, but you have dinner outside. You cook dinner outside.
Oh,
you
that's
stay
fine.
warm outside.
Yeah.
You get a big freaking fire going. This is what I want to do this year or this season.
Oh boy.
I want to do a crab boil somewhere in the mountains around a tree that looks somewhat like a Christmas tree while it's decorated with Christmas lights, and just hang out around a fire and the rudimentary Christmas tree, eating crab and
Okay, so we
seafood.
would have to take the production to said location.
Yeah.
And, well, and the
Get
and
some
the,
crab.
Yeah, and the
Christmas lights.
and the crab
Yeah.
service because they don't have. You can't get crab in the mountains. They have
No, that's why I
mountain
said we
crabs.
have to take it
Crabs?
there.
We just go down to Pike Seafood, get a freaking
Right, get a few.
igloo of it, and
a
take it
few.
up there and throw some Old Bay in there and
Right.
boil it up.
I would say if there's a fire pit, I love the wilderness, and then and a kick-ass, nice, good winter jacket from Filson.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, you know, boom.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
do you have a location in mind?
I don't have a location in mind.
Yeah. Just you've been ruminating.
I've been wanting this to happen
yeah. And
because it
sounds.
sounds delicious.
Is it a dude thing? Is it a family thing?
It's
Is
a
it-
whoever is comfortable showing up thing.
I've got a killer
And-
spot, but we probably want to wait till springtime
Okay.
because
Dan's thinking Christmas.
this
I'm thinking
this location
winter.
is this
Winter.
spot is killer, but you're kind of landlocked, and it would be a snowmobile kind of a jobby job.
That's the point.
But it would be
You want a
It's-
snowcat up there?
Oh, hell yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
And you don't have a location though.
I don't have a location.
Yeah, but you have the motivation.
I have the motivation and the idea.
All right.
I have a potential
fucking
location.
hungry.
And crab, you're talking like Dungeness or king crab?
Let's
Or,
get the good stuff.
Yeah.
but it's all good.
Yeah.
Let's get the really
go for
the
king
goodest
crab.
stuff.
Yeah,
The
king
goodest,
is the easiest to
King,
get to.
yes.
Yeah. What do you? I've never done a crab boil before.
Oh man.
Oh, they're really
So,
good.
It's like,
I've done so many, like even on the ocean, that I forget. Yeah, I've done a lot over the years.
Yeah. But-
so that have you talked or heard or did Morse code with Aaron?
not recently.
So we have a friend that does a lot of fishing.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, does he bring a home pack home?
Not he.
Sometimes he does.
Yeah.
He
When
has,
he was
but you don't
when he was
really-
up in Alaska doing salmon, he brought some salmon back.
Yeah.
And we did a show. We worked a show together, and then for lunch we went to his place and grilled the salmon up, and it was the best salmon I've ever.
Oh, man,
It was the best salmon I've ever had.
man.
Yeah.
I spent a couple of seasons crab fishing
Yeah.
in Alaska, and I got to bring home. You could either have like a $500 bonus, or you could have a home pack.
Yeah.
And we packed our own home pack. So the
Right.
box that usually has like 75 pounds in it, we'd like have 200
110.
pounds.
Right.
It's like, it was like bustling and
It's
like,
like a
plastic
leg
wrap and
sticking out of the
totally. Yeah. And you could like sell that to the market at the time or whatever. But we had a birthday party at my house and my parents' house and
just ate all of
ate
it.
all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was amazing.
Sweet.
Yep.
But my buddies owned the Pike Market, the one next by the salmon tossers.
Yeah.
We could have him on here
Yeah.
talk about his fish
We
throwing
could.
prowess.
We would love. That's a great idea. Molly Cruz is Molly Crew Butt Rock?
No,
Aren't they Cool
No.
Rock? They're Cool Rock. We like
they turned no. They
like Butt Rock was like
let's talk about this. No, just fire it up.
okay.
We're rolling.
Oh,
Like
okay.
Butt
so
Rock.
Butt Rock was like
Butt Rock is not.
It's
Motley
like-
Crue, Shout at the Devil is not Butt Rock.
no, God no.
Too Fast for Love is not Butt
No,
Rock. Butt
no.
Rock came afterwards when it started like imploding
Getting
on itself
shiny?
and being shiny and
Shiny and kind
I
of
mean maybe
like early '90s, like that Theater of Pain stuff, and
that was
remember-
the beginning of it.
like
When-
Ozzy started to do the
Mama, I'm coming home.
Yeah.
I don't
you know, that
consider
type
that.
of-
That's not butt rock.
What do you? Why?
that's corporate.
Like I associate
Rock
the term.
ballads.
Okay, so
I associate butt rock with Motley Crue and
no,
Well, how old were
I mean,
you?
I guess
in
you can.
1986?
1986.
Yeah.
I was like 17.
negative numbers.
He was
You weren't
negative.
born.
I was negative.
So you can't. I mean,
right.
at the end
Right.
of it, butt rock. See,
So,
in
here,
in
like-
my book, Warrant,
Yes, that's a good example of
Slaughter, Bullet Boys.
the bullet. Ooh, barely. Were they? But okay.
Just
the
those,
Bullet
those
Boys.
L-
Look at you. Look at you. Loudness.
just those bands that like they didn't have.
Right.
They had a little bit of all of like Van Halen had David Lee Roth, who was a great showman, and the greatest rock guitar player of all time, Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
Motley Crue had they were filthy, and Nikki Sixx was an amazing songwriter, and they were all like street kids basically.
They were. It
was dirty.
was the
right?
right.
But
Oh,
later
dude,
on,
Livewire is
but
such a it's
later on,
so fucking cool.
later
It's
on,
so cool.
the bands had a little bit of their singer was pretty good and their guitar player was pretty good, but they didn't have any like shining, like Rat was probably the last non-butt rock
Right.
one of those bands because Warren
now-
DeMartini, you can't take it away from him.
No, let's give
Amazing
let's
songs.
Let's just write and let's not be too cool because sometimes we outgrow these bands. Those Rat guys were actually pretty good players.
Rat isn't a
Pretty good players. They were pretty good
say
players.
what you want. They've got hits.
Yeah,
They've got great songs.
totally.
And Warren DeMartini,
Right.
you know,
Right.
you can't take it away
Oh,
from him.
so
But
here's like Keel.
right.
See?
I'm gonna go butt rock on Keel.
Armored Saint.
What so what are you? Do you when you think butt rock and you think, do you get into the weeds at all?
No, I don't really go that far, but I think of every band that Steel Panther is making fun of.
They're not.
Or
no, here's okay.
or giving a tribute to.
Seriously, Steel Panther, they only play hits.
Right.
Like Steel Panther doesn't play any Warrant songs.
Oh, I have
Steel
another.
like Def Leppard is not butt rock.
They are
Def
not.
Leppard is one of the greatest English bands of all time. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
Okay.
you got to give it up.
And
if,
I gotta
if
tell
Steel
you-
Panther's playing it.
But
I saw this really fast on Def Leppard. I saw this early video footage of Def Leppard before they were famous, before High and Dry came out. And man, they are not wearing leather.
yeah.
And they're not wearing boots, and they're not wearing leather, and they're not wearing sleeveless T-shirts and all of that. And I'm just like, and they are owning the stage.
Yeah.
And they're playing one of their. Go ahead. I'm sorry, the Steel Panther.
Oh yeah, Steel Panther. So I associate Steel Panther with this bizarre aesthetic. You know, like dudes dressing like chicks and
Brittany Fox.
and living on the Sunset Strip, going to Las Vegas, and then somehow I also associate them with this guy Ronnie Radke.
Who's
Why do
that?
I
He's a-
recognize that name?
He's a scene he's in the scene kids, the emo kids. It's what some of the emo kids listen to,
Okay.
but the post emo kids.
The post emo kids, right? Those
Yeah.
guys.
But he's from Las Vegas, so he has that aesthetic.
By the,
Why?
Like that whole classic Sunset Strip Motley Crue aesthetic, and
Spandex.
that's what I'm getting at is this aesthetic.
So it's butt emo.
I think maybe at the butt emo.
But yeah.
I like that. Yeah, like at the end of all of their careers.
Yeah,
Well, you know, at the end of their popularity,
yeah,
when they started phoning it in,
uh-huh.
that's butt rock, I guess.
Okay.
I could go with that. Like, I don't know, like,
Well, we rattled off butt rock bands that we've
he's
been
not-
rattling off a few.
but
he's
I'm-
kind of right though. Like,
No,
you know, Ozzy-
I'm rattling off an aesthetic, and actually, I do
I would
not
say-
consider Ozzy a part of that.
well, he
Well,
jumped
have
on
you
board
seen-
with that.
he
I mean,
did.
Kiss or these.
or like
They kind of like.
have you seen?
Don't consider Kiss a part of that either.
Have you seen what is it? The Fall of Western Civilization,
Uh-huh.
the metal years.
Yeah.
So Ozzy's in that, Kiss is in that, Aerosmith is in that, but then there's all the like Keel and
Right.
L.A. Guns and
Oh, God,
and the
LA
and
Guns.
Black is Black or whatever. Like
right.
the-
Black and Blue or what were they? Or,
Whatever they
oh,
were.
Great White. Great White.
again, they
Great
had a couple
White.
hits.
They did, but
And they
we
were more
again,
Led
we, and
Zeppelin.
we talked
They
about
were
this
more like-
before too. Like when we were kids, we would talk about, we'd be like, "Oh my God, we're gonna go see the Scorps, or we're gonna go see this band or that band," and we'd be like, "And you know who's opening? Great White or Dokken?" It was like we're gonna go see Van Halen. We're gonna go
Cinderella.
see
Yeah.
that's
Cinderella and
Cinderella,
Which we talked about on one of our
Zebra
recent
Sweet.
episodes.
Right. Oh, and then we did give Cinderella a little love. Those
Yeah.
guys were okay players. Those guys were
Still have
okay
hits,
players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, butt rock.
Oh yeah.
If you lost your career, here's the line in the sand. Maybe if your career ended entirely and never came back the day "Smells Like Teen Spirit" came out, you were butt rock.
Right.
Those people,
There
are
you go.
poison,
There,
poison.
Yes.
Even with
okay.
hits,
Yeah.
that's where it
and
synthesizes.
maybe I'm getting the name mixed up with the aesthetic.
right.
I think I remember.
Right.
Like, is there another name for this aesthetic that I'm talking about?
Hair metal,
Hair metal.
hair bands,
hair bands.
hair
Okay.
bands?
Because
But,
Motley
like,
Crue was a hair band.
They were, but they were like, but they were
great one.
so good at
A
it
great
that
one.
they
And Rat
lived
was a
through
hair
it.
band.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But Rat, you know,
Oh, I just figured out why I
They-
associate the hair metal
Darn it, I
bands
lost my-
with
darn it,
that Ronnie Radke guy.
Why?
The hairstyle
Oh, that could be it.
of the hairstyle.
of the drummer and the rhythm guitar player.
Right.
Right.
That's why. That is
Oh,
why.
now I remember. I think I was watching. It might have been that metal show or whatever, and I was watching an interview, I believe, with the singer from Warrant, and he basically
R.I.P.
was like, he goes, I knew my days were numbered. I knew our days were numbered when he walked into the record label. He walked into the record label main office where there was millions of there was just warrant stuff everywhere. He walked in one day, and behind the front desk at the main reception was Alice in Chains, this gigantic Alice in Chains. And he was like, who the fuck is Alice in Chains? And then, Alice in Chains, Jane's Addiction, Guns N' Roses, the whole Seattle thing. And then the hair bands on their way out, that next wave, on their way. Because Guns N' Roses wasn't a hair band, right? But
that was before. They weren't part of that. But
No,
they were a little bit of it. Like they could have qualified as a hair.
They had some big hair. Axl had big hair.
They were just they were on their own trajectory, and they were street kids, and they were
songs.
Dirty as fuck, They were just and they spent they weren't concerned. And this is just me as a fan talking.
Uh-huh.
You can tell they were all about the music. They would rehearse all day, every day.
Right.
All day, every day. That's
Right.
what they did. At nighttime, they'd try to get laid. And
Showed
get
up,
drunk and
yeah. No,
do
you
drugs or
jam.
whatever,
You wake up and
that was the
jam,
most
and then-
important thing to them, to all of them. And there's a couple shots of them with the hair, and they're still glamorous
Right.
dudes, but they,
I mean, and I get it. If I was
but butt rock.
if I was
Poison.
Poison, right?
Okay,
But they were
yeah,
really
I'll
good
take
at
that.
it. They were pretty good.
They were
at
great
it.
at it.
They
And
were
that's-
really good at it, right?
But like I
That's the top of
said,
at it.
I think I got the term mixed up with the aesthetic.
Right.
And the
Yeah.
aesthetic mixed up with the term.
Right, yeah.
Dan will have to kill you.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
You just need some.
These younger people, Jeff. I just don't get it.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
these
funny.
old,
I mean, I have to say
older
this.
folks that are ageist.
Next, I want Dan.
Agent.
What microphone is that? I want that microphone next time. I want that one. Me.
Dan owns that microphone.
Which means I can borrow it.
Shouldn't the lead singer get it?
Right.
Yeah.
Me.
Shouldn't
no.
everybody have the same
Let's see.
microphone so
Oh,
everything's
my
consistent?
God.
Well,
See,
maybe American
I
music
shut it.
in
I
Seattle.
closed it because you're right, Jeff. I mean, why do we have these? Why do I have
Who's
this?
we?
Have what?
Steve
Dan
has a
has one.
computer in front of him, but he never uses it. And
I touched the boring button on occasion.
I was busting his balls about it because I'm like, what are you?
2 episodes now.
Well,
where he's like,
The
or
oth-
2
the other
segments
the
of
other computer's running
of
the
DJ
show.
DJ Judgy Jeff.
Oh yeah.
No, Dan, I'm running the show. Me.
Computers run the show, Steve. Get over it.
I would be like the world's worst freedom fighter in a Terminator movie. It'd be like, okay, everybody, let's go hide and drink beer instead.
Steve, I cannot wait for you to have Neuralink.
What does that? Oh, is that like when I have
That's
the
what we
internet in
talked
my
about.
brain?
Yeah, that's what we
Oh,
talked
man,
about
it's gonna be
earlier.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I can hardly wait.
Yeah. What would you do with Neuralink?
Save the world. Be a superhero. Save the world.
It doesn't mean you can fly.
But
No.
yeah,
Sorry,
but
no, you don't get to fly.
I would.
You do get a cape,
Not all superheroes fly.
but then you get a cape and you get tights.
I don't know
and
if
you
I'd be
have
a
to wear 'em.
cape guy.
You have to wear
I
'em.
don't know if I'd be like a cape superhero.
Tights. You'd have to
What
wear
would,
tights.
so
I'd
what
be
would,
like
what
kind
would,
of a I don't know.
so Steve, what would be your superhero what would be your superhero
Superpower?
name?
Oh,
Oh,
And
what
how-
would be my superhero name?
Yeah. Would you be like Super Steve?
Well, I'd be like total dysfunctional, lazy superhero, right? Like, I'd be like, all right, kick butt. Let's watch this Seahawks game. Steve, the train's going to crash. Ah, fuck, all right. Just stop the
And
train
then
from crashing.
you plug in you plug in your Neuralink.
Oh, my Neuralink.
And then
right.
it does all the work
Is that my
for you.
superpower?
No,
Is that
well,
just that like I have like Wikipedia in my head? That's
I
my
think your
man.
superpower is
That's it.
managing whatever you need to do. So
like sending other people to do it for me.
that's your superpower.
you could do this. You'd be like,
Like, hey, super team, go deal with that shit.
Steve, I want to talk to you about your time addiction.
I do have a time.
You are addicted to time.
Time is my crack.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about time?
I thought crack was your crack.
Ironically, there's plenty of time. We're running out of time. We're running out of time. Or we're running out of time.
Right up until
Well, just
when
like tweak your schedule, and then we have more time.
Okay.
My favorite part of you're never out of time.
Oh,
You're always,
oh,
no, you are
oh,
out of time.
I promise.
You are out of time.
I promise.
You
It's
are
coming.
out of time. Yo, yeah, absolutely.
No, that's difficult to compute. I've always thought that you had some sort of like a space-time continuum thing in your brain.
Well, if you fail to plan on failing.
There you
So
go.
that's why time.
Wow.
That's why time is so amazingly important. I have a question.
What is it?
Why is the show The Masked Singer so popular?
I don't know what that is.
Stop it.
I don't know what it is.
The Masked Singer?
Nope.
Oh, that's the show where
How do
the
you
karaoke.
not know The Masked Singer? Yes.
The karaoke,
In
but
fancy
it turns
costumes,
Yeah,
and
it
then
turns
they-
out
and then
to
they-
actually be the rock star. Or
Well,
whoever
it's
fuck.
never. Then that's the other thing. The celebrities are never.
Is it like
Most of the celebrities are not celebrities.
is that like What's My Name or Who's the Real? What was that 60s show where the three people sit there and you got to figure out which is the real
Oh
one?
yeah, that was. Yeah, I know the show.
Is it like
right.
that only with masks and singers?
Are you the real? The old '60s show. Are you the real?
Well, the
so-and-so?
real so and so. Please stand up.
You're
Is it-
right.
is it
yeah,
like
yeah.
that?
The Masked Singer are these like they take retired athletes and they take a bunch of people that were famous for 5 minutes and then they go out in really, really elaborate costumes and then they
Go out where?
on stage
Okay.
and then sing and dance.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, are they really singing?
What's with the singing?
Or
I
is
don't
it
know.
like-
I don't even.
There's
I don't
no
even,
way it's them really singing, right?
I don't even waste
Could
my
be.
time with that show.
Right. Well, the only reason I know about it is because they always talk about it on the morning news, which I
Well, you're
I watch-
watching crappy morning news.
I do watch crappy morning news. I watch it.
You gotta watch some good morning news.
Well, there's no good news.
I think that's the end.
And that is Seattle Today.